Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We are moments away from what should be an excellent matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thanks, Coach. A bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Vikings, the beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Set, ready? 30 base. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Black. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, Black. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy that springs for the good stuff. Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, wahoo! Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. 51, Mike 51. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you again.
Now back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's It's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's second down now. Making the stop there, Danielle Hunter. On second down, it's Cohen. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Come on, set. 94.
First down, a run with Cohen. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14. Throwing right, and that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. From the gun on third down. Black. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Tack McKinley racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. 78 yards as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
6-0 our score after 1. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative. But you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down. It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And this will be down by a member of the kicking team just outside of the 30-yard line. So here are the Vikings to take over. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10. On 1st down, Boyce. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Squeeze! Go! Look at me! Go! Slap!
On 2nd down now, Boyce. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
They'll run on 1st down. Boyce. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll try to left side. Boyce. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. On 2nd down, Boyce. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Recon, 132 fighter. Now, Leo.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he's going to come up well shy of the 1st here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, and that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
On 1st down, Black with a hook up here to Allen Robinson. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. Fair to say, it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And he's got this down to the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Another run with Sanders. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
Looking to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big one there for the Vikings. 41 yards. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Pilot, 64, weak. Yes, yes. Check 52, 49, check 49, check that.
On first down, Boyce. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
He's checking.
They'll try the left side. Boyce, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one going the wrong direction. On 3rd down, Sanders. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the...
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Yeah, but the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Throwing on 3rd and long. Black. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Boyce. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the run, watch the run. Bam. Yep. Check. You're out.
Right back to him on 1st down. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
On 1st down, it's Sanders. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, Johnson. Hey, lock it. Shit. He's coming. Now.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
They'll run on first down. Boyce. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. Boyce. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Go!
Running right, here's Sanders. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Keep playing.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the Bears down by 9. 1:56 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Throwing on first down. Black throwing the out route incomplete. That's Flynn. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, Black under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. On 4th down, Black. And he's going to go down again. Daniil Hunter. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position.
Go! Rock it!
They'll try the left side. Boyce. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach."
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Danielle Hunter, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. On 1st and 10, Black. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the foot. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Danielle Hunter in there to get him again. That is sack number 6. One off the NFL record of 7. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it. Yeah.
See what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.